about it. We said this is, it's obviously, if you look at the chart, it always goes back up, all this stuff. What are some of the most important things you can think to do in a bear market for people out there, besides not panicking and all this stuff?
Sure. So you basically said besides not panicking, and I think emotion is the death sentence for a lot of people. I think it's a dangerous game. I think most people invest in euphoria and capitulation. Like, these markets are designed for winners and losers. If you invest during euphoria, you're either going to make somewhat money or you're not going to sell because you're just going to think it's keep going up and up and up and up and up. And then during capitulation, you're going to be terrified your asset is not going to recover. So
is that the tragedy of human emotion, where you only want to do something when you're highly motivated, like the euphoria point?
Yeah. And then and then euphoria like clouds your sense of clarity. And what I would say during a bear market is this: find avenues of passive income, find different protocols like Hex that offer staking, that offer passive income, that offer the ability for you to garner wealth so that you can invest when this market continues to bleed out. Personally, no one knows when the market's going to end, when the bear market's going to end. It's a very difficult question that I don't think anybody could really answer. But I think that the main focus in a bear market is to look at those projects that are still working. Look at those projects that you believe, based on personal research, will survive. Look at those projects that have survived other crashes that still exist today. Like, for example, 2017, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're still around. You look at these projects and you see if they've survived and that they can thrive throughout a bear market. Look for the builders. Look at the founders who don't give up. Look at the teams that continue to grow despite price fluctuation. Look at the team's emotional standpoint. If these people are emotional during a bear market, chances are their project's in trouble. So I would say it's all based on watching things in accordance to emotion. But that's a big deal. Like, if watching things in accordance to emotion through a logical lens. If you can see people are starting to become emotional in the projects you're in, it's time to question the projects you're in. If you look at things from a logical standpoint, it's very easy to navigate what can make money and what can't. So right now, for example, there's a lot of divisiveness in the Hex community. And the reason why, I can guarantee, is because since Hex came out in 2019, the people who invested in Hex did not experience the totality of the bear market that happened in 2018. They've never experienced anything like this. So they just understood a market that had its ups and downs, but they were in a euphoric bull market, biggest one we've ever seen. And now you see people fighting, and there's infighting. And I think the infighting is unnecessary. And I think it's just showing the colors of people who are overextended. That's another thing. Don't ever overextend yourself. Like, guys, if you put, like, I see a lot of people who are disgruntled about PulseChain and PulseX not releasing. And trust me, it's annoying to wait. I get it. But, like, if you put your whole life savings into this, like, you're overextended. Like, you got to have some sense of prudence in this market. This is the most volatile asset class to ever exist. I did that in 2017, and I learned a harsh lesson. And I'll say, like, guys, like, only invest what you can afford to lose, because this is a speculative market. And during a bear market, the majority of the projects you saw thrive in a bull market may not be here next time around. They may not. So that's my advice for people in a bear market.
Yeah, I would just add to that, learning, being able to take a step back, look at your financial plan, understand the decisions you made before, your past self. Were they the right decisions? Do you need to pivot? Do you need to reshuffle? Like, are you staked? Do you want to stake? Like go through scenarios. Okay, if I stake for a year, 5 years, 10 years, if I stake for 3 months, what are the benefits? What are the pros and cons? Yep. This is the time to make yourself better, because it's, bear markets, they're usually pretty boring, right? There are a lot of negative emotions. There are a lot of little ups and downs. There's a little bit of hopium, but overall, bull market is when oh my gosh, this one's going crazy. Oh, this one's flying over here. Oh, this new project just launched. That's when you're going to be distracted and you're not going to be able to learn as much as you can now. So this is where you get the books out, you get the training videos.
Yep.
Hopefully we're giving you content that you can learn from and get better yourself. And that's one of our jobs as well, me and Corey. And the second thing I would say is that you talked about projects and seeing which ones, have confidence, are keeping the train moving, are pushing forward. Yeah. That's what I like about having my investments in the Richard Heart ecosystem. Mm-hmm. I see people who, everyone's hanging on the edge, wishing PulseChain was here. They thought it'd be here 6 months ago, blah, blah, blah. But they are getting their stuff ready. They're getting their stuff together. They, got liquid loans, Mintra, Maxis are. A lot of projects are already launched. You're going to get double those coins on PulseChain. Some of them are going to launch probably around the time PulseChain launches, or a little bit before, a little bit after. So being in this type of ecosystem where everyone kind of knows what's going on, they know, they're putting their bets in different places, and they're all incentivized in a way to just like Richard, like I said yesterday on the stream, trickle down glory. Richard's in it for glory, and that's a good thing because you have trickle down glory. The storm rises all boats, right? Mm-hmm. The more powerful, the richer, the more popular he gets, the people who follow him, invest in his products, things like that, we're going to get a piece too. Exactly. If you put your money in the right directions and all that, of course, it's up to you to make these decisions, but that's the opportunity you have here. And being in the ecosystem, seeing everyone so aligned towards making sure in a healthy, sustainable, integrity-filled way, price go up. And hey, let's solve some problems along the way too. Like you said earlier, everyone's here to get rich. There's a reason people are watching the stream. There's a reason we're doing this stream. There's a reason there's so many people in crypto. They want their time back. They want to not have to work for the rest of their life. And how do you do that? Means to an end. Make more money. And you don't do it by working 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. You can do it. That's the hard way. Easy way, the diligent way, the smart way, that's cryptocurrency.
Amen to that.